I got some more information on Dreamscape, so we will continue fighting, and there are some new mechanics that are basically important to know as well, that I haven't mentioned in the previous video, and we will also do a boss fight sooner or later. So I have a second experimentation account where I figured out the mechanics a bit better. So we're gonna do a second fight now with the purple, and whether it's worth buying the keys for 300 Hydra crystals each, that's a good question still. I'm still on the opinion that the answer is yes, because you look at scarcity, not just price, also utility. So now we're going, just a moment, I will have to, okay, I will continue grinding either way. So what I learned is, on the left hand side, when you go to the golden one, you pick a fight. When you go to the right hand side, then you do some wagering. So if you do left hand side, oftentimes there is an opponent. This is the fair way of earning this. So let's see. Actually, there is also wagering here. So offer Dream Dust. Receive 1.3 times return when reaching the leader room. So this means that we offer basically everything, and there is no gambling in here. That's the important thing. There is no probabilities. Then you move forward, and usually there is a fight. Now this time it's not. So immediately get 2000, or all upcoming rooms will contain 2 additional opens, that's fine. Or 6k, but next room will be empty. So I will just take the 6k in exchange for an empty room. That's fine with me. So we're going with the gold route. This room is not empty anymore, and here you fight. So that's the fair one, because here it's more like you cannot lose. Now on the right hand side you can lose, it's gambling on some level with certain probability, but the rewards are not that high. We have Lily, we have Holden, we have Sanya. Ditting is not bad, I've upgraded Ditting lately. But I'll get either Selins or Freya. Freya is yet to be upgraded, I'll choose Selins. It seems like that they revive at least once. And you need to defeat them, I don't know how many times. You defeated 5 of them already. And then another 5 of them. Oh, they resisted, okay. The problem with these fights is that they take time. So in a matter of like 1.5 minutes or so, you need to defeat like 10 of them, 15 of them. See, it's quite straightforward. But the issue is that it takes quite a while, so you might as well just go the other route. Because here on the left you have a lot more fights. And buffs that don't take any of your quills away. So we killed 11. Maybe we'll do a 12th one. And now more. Possibly more. Good. So basically 14 kills already. And that was the record. Now what is the reward for 14 kills? 2800. So 200 per kill. I mean, it's guaranteed. That's why if you don't want to gamble, just have guaranteed rewards, then you choose the left hand side. And then if you go to the right hand side, you will see that you can actually lose as well. Is there anything in here? What is this? This looks like an empty room. Okay, so spin the wheel to receive a reward. And here you cannot lose either. That's actually a good one. It's not in your control. So ready to leave or greedy acquisition, 50% double or nothing. Now, you know, expected value, 50% double, 50% zero. So it doesn't matter. I don't take a 50-50 on 2000 if I can only double the rewards. It's neutral EV, and if I'm greedy, in that case, nothing better will open up later. So I might as well just leave with the 2000. You're following the idea, right? So you only want to do something like a gambling to increase your variance when it pays off, expected value wise, irrespective of the result. And then dream of Shadow Sanya, so we will get Shadow Sanya, your Shadow Sanya, right? So 10% extra quills, so 14k. Actually, double or nothing wise, it's not bad because you get another 10% on everything, but EV wise it's the same either way. We're getting 1500 either way, and then we will need to see which difficulty level to choose. Last time I chose the second difficulty level. The third difficulty level may be doable on this account, although my other account is somewhat weaker. Oh no, not Linglo Sanya. So this hold on is a buffer debuffer build. So it's not the main damage dealer for me. That's why you're not seeing the same level of damage as with Lian. Well, that was the second opponent already. I should have chosen a higher difficulty level. I overlooked the choice of difficulty. Because it's a bit easy at this stage. It takes a while though. And then we'll finish the third key. So this was the second key, we got the rewards. And you saw that basically the left hand side was quite good. Quite generous initially. So these are the extra quills and we got the purple shard. Then comes the third one. And there we need to choose which one out of 5. And that's just the easiest difficulty. And then there are gonna be more difficult challenges as well. Oh yeah, that's what I wanted. Play again. Good, so we still have one dream key left. And we can choose either one of them. So I don't mind, for example, the blue one. It doesn't matter because RGB we need all of them. Eventually. I'm fine with this one. And that's the third and final key. So you see that initially we start with 2500 quills. And you can win or lose. So this time we're gonna go to the right hand side route so that you see what is going on. Here we get a chest. And then it's mysterious, you don't know what's in there. First you get 500, I guess, initially, yeah. Success rate 85 for 1000. And you're risking 500 to win 850, that's a good bet. Now, the third one is 2000, 60% of time, so basically your reward is 1200 in total. And you're risking 1500 to win 1200. This is not a good bet. So I'm leaving. It's bad, but what can we do? This is gambling, you know. Now the next one. We'll do the gambling route. View. Now 50% chance to gain extra 30% and 50% to lose 20. This is a positive expectation bet. Second one, increase rewards by 20% in the next room, but the dream will be random, doesn't matter. Immediately gain 10k dream dust, then lose 10% of your current dream dust after each room. So unfortunately this is only the third room. So this means 13,500. So you first lose 1,300, then 1,200, then 1,100 or so. So it's a bit problematic. You still lose about 4 or 5,000 if you're not winning anything more. But you're gonna lose everything, basically, that you win also in the future. Anyway, we can try this one out. But then 13,500, we will start losing really badly. And then there is gonna be a tax on basically everything. We will see how the mechanics work. So we will continue gambling. Do we lose already here? Yeah, we're losing at the beginning, you see. Now increase reward by 20 next room, immediately gain some value and gain 10 to 30%. So 4,000 is the max, it's 33%. 500 is the minimum, is less than 10%. 36,000 something is the 30%. So expected value wise, this is the best one. I will choose this one. There you go. Now we're gonna continue gambling. And here, I think it's the same thing. So you lost 1,500, you see 1,300, 1,500, so we're at 2,800 and we're still 2 left. But bear in mind that the amount we won percentage wise was made possible because of the early gambling. Success rate 100%, you always take it. You continue opening this, and then that's when you leave. I mean, not necessarily because you win 1,200. So actually no, you win 2,000. 20% of the time, so win 3,500 60% of the time in total. So 3.5k 60% of the time is 70 times 3, so 2,100. It's a positive expectation move. So your expected value is 2,100. When you leave, it's 1,500. So we continue opening, and I won. Now here it becomes a bit more difficult, because you have 4,000 in the bag. You can leave with that. If you win, it's gonna become 9,000, but only 45% of the time. And this is really bad, because if you take that 9,000 to 20 equal pieces, then it's 450, and you need to multiply this 450 9 times. That's quite bad. So you already have 4,500. I'm ready to leave. This is when it becomes bad. I'm leaving. So we get the 2,500 extra, and we'll continue gambling. We're losing 1,600. That's what's expected. And then it seems like that also here there are fights at times. It's interesting because in the golden one, oftentimes there were like more fights than here. But anyway, another problem is that we don't have our main damage dealers. So this means that we need to bring the thing. This means that we need to bring Grey. And I think that I won't bring Lingluo, but I'll bring Lily instead. And I'm considering getting rid of Selins as well. Turn meter control, fine, in favor of others like Freya. Selins or Freya, good question. Right now Selins is more developed. I think I have decrease. Let's see, decrease defense already. Oh, what am I talking about? Does it matter? It's like this easy. So 2,888. This is what we get. We're gonna pay this as interest next time. But you know, you want a high stash initially because of the percentage based gains and losses. And then the final boss is coming next. And let's see, did I see it correctly that there was no difficulty adjustment? Yeah, we can change Nightmare to Hell, basically, to get an extra 15%. And that's the thing, you need 2 of them, so 2 or 3. So I made a big mistake by having only 1. So Hell should be doable, Nightmare should be doable as well, by the way, most likely, with a good enough team. Because that's the most important thing, that's where you get the perfect lattices. So we're gonna set up the team in the same way as before, so Gray and Ditting are gonna be there. Lily definitely, Sanya definitely. You see, I'm using SRs, I've built those SRs for a reason. And the 5th one, I mean, once again, Freya or Selins. Both of them are fine. At this stage, let's battle. You see, these are more difficult opponents, it's like high difficulty already. This thing is not damaging enough by far. Okay, we should be fine. With all the healing that we're receiving. Even on auto. So looks like Nightmare is not the end of the world either. Or Hell. Inferno, I don't know yet. And now we just have the final one. We will most likely need the highest difficulty, because that's where we get the most tokens. So yeah, this was a bit too easy. And every single time we start with 2500 quills. Then after 3 battles, we start with the boss. So you know, when you get to know a new mechanic, that's when a test account is desirable to understand what is going on. Now, unfortunately, we always go back to the main screen. I don't know why, this is some rerouting problem. So, meanwhile, you can challenge the boss. But before that, let's see the... Is it the guide? Yeah, that's it, the guide. Where you finish these things and you get some more quills. Not sure if it's daily though. Legendary virtual figure maze. You need to complete it once. Accumulate this amount, that's fine. And spend a total of 30,000, that's fine as well. This is like challenge 1, progress 0 out of 4. You have 4 sets of challenges. Legendary virtual figure maze. It's the next one, I think. Because first you have the boss. You challenge the boss. You'll get some rewards as usual. Available rewards for up to... You want at least 150, and then the rest are optional rewards. These are scores just like in Phantom Theater, I guess. So it's essentially the same thing. Now, this is the final boss. Once again, it's a dream setting, you know that, I guess, from many places. But this is really the final boss from stage 10. Looks a bit difficult. Now, what are we supposed to do here? Is there a difficulty selection or is it one single difficulty? No, it's one single difficulty. Affinity keeps on changing. So this means that damage dealer, we need the thing. We need Grey as well. We need Sanya for healing. Lily, I still have her built really well, and I bring Selins because she's built a bit better. She was my first ever SSR, so I built her more than Freya. Fine. And I have no idea about the damage, but we need at least 150. Two healers may be an option too. So we managed to damage once, that's not much. It depends on affinity. Unfortunately, I haven't brought good affinity units. And there you go, this thing is gonna do the job. A question is for how long? So we did 20 damage already. I may bring a thermometer controller as well, but it's only an SR unit too. And I think we're time limited, but without Sanya I won't be able to heal, but fortunately Sanya can also damage us. You see, we're gonna die faster than the 3 minutes something countdown. I would love to get all the way until 150, but it's gonna be a bit hard with this account. We're still getting the shield up, so that's fine. Just stay alive for as long as possible. And now the opponent's like turn meter seems to be going down. But she also has 2 extra attacks. You see it on the turn meter now. We have 3 of these units and then comes this. What is it? Is it a tentacle or is it an arm? It looks like an arm. Okay, we got one of the rewards. We need the other rewards as well. Very good. We will most likely survive this. And we can even retaliate, which gives us more damage. Amazing, so we got some extra healing. And this is the big damage that we need to survive. And now we have another 4 rounds, which means that we're gonna continue healing. 53 only. Lily will need to do some miracle as well. Only 54. We're not gonna get the 150 if we continue like this. Like at all. What happens if I quit? Does exit battle mean that we can restart it? It considered a defeat. Okay, then no. Continue. What does a defeat mean? I will have to experiment with that too. If one unit dies, you can still revive that one unit. So that's fine. This is the worst affinity that I can get because Liam was meant to do the most damage, same as Holden. So building Holden and Liam, they are both red. This was a small issue, small problem. Looks like we're gonna survive the 1 minute. Although barely. And very much looks like we're not gonna get the 150 damage. And this is when you see that as long as you survive, you're not worrying about turn meter control. Also, like putting this to the middle means that this is where you damage the opponent. So maybe that's how you can also maximize your damage. 20 something seconds is not much. And you see that we're generally faster than the opponent. Still. We need one more, yeah, this one. Hopefully that's the last one. That is, yeah, 4 in total or 5 extra. We're not getting the 150 reward, unfortunately. Only the quills. Well, we would need an affinity change, so whether you purchase extra, it also depends on the affinity of the opponent. So maybe you wait until tomorrow or whenever you have more favorable units as damage dealers. Okay. So then after you finish this, here you see the essences. You will continue with more. So you have this Lindell option. In the guide you see that we got another Dream Dust accumulation that is a bit more. You can spend as well, not a problem. Legendary Virtual Maze, that's another thing. So first of all, spending. If to spend 30,000, I recommend this one rather than this one. You see that these rewards are far too high. For some reason, probabilities are not displayed. Oh no, these are just fragments. Okay, you synthesize one, so this is 16% of one item. That's why it's so low. And this is like 6%. This is a problem. You get one of these, but with what probability? Is this legal at all? I would need to see the probabilities. They make such a good job at displaying probabilities. Anyway, I'll need to spend 30,000. I could spend them all, yeah. And you see that we got 2 fragments. Whether it's 2 times 1 or 1 times 2, I have no idea. But the drop rate is not that good. I've seen that already. And then eventually damage is like 94. This is cumulative. So it's not one time. You don't have to get it one time. But it's right now it's 94. You can read what they do and how they do it. It looks cumulative as well. So eventually you will be able to clear everything in here. That's good news. And then this is complete. You just need this legendary virtual figure maze one time, whatever that is. And then you go and you need to fight these ones. So yellow and purple. These are fine, but these are the more important ones. You have Lindell. Virtual figure fragments, yeah, that's fine. But the difficulty, I would need to see the difficulty. This is just a regular Lindell. So given that I've accumulated Hydra crystals especially for this purpose, I may just purchase one key so that you see what is going on. And it's yeah, it's 300 apiece. And we'll do another one, we'll do the Doki Doki one. Okay. 2,500 initially, we'll go with the purple route first. I'll do a mixed one this time. Okay, gain 5 to 4,000, this is good. 10 to 30%, forget it, it's maximum 750. 20% increase, that's not that good. We'll gain this immediately. Okay, I'll go for the gold one. What now? Only 2000 extra. Or this is like you pass through, so 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 2000 as well, but in 500 increments. It's not good. Or double the rewards in the next room. Can we expect more than 2000 in the next room? And are we doubling losses as well? Good question. I will choose a double. And then when you do double, then you want the gold one, because it's a bit more sure of a reward. Let's see. 20% extra, which means that it's like about 1000. 6000, but the next room will be empty, but it's doubled. Is this a doubled value already? Or all upcoming sweet dream rooms will contain dreamy coffers with +2 additional ones. I will just get the 6000. And you see it's doubled, so effectively we got 12,000. Amazing. I go purple this time. Now what? Oh yeah, the next room will be empty, I know. So I go purple now again. What is this? So 50% chance to receive 2x, 50% to receive nothing. I don't want to gamble. 7th one is coming. I will just cancel this. We don't need to gamble. And then we'll fight Doki Doki. So you have 4 options. Hell and Inferno. I know for a fact that I can beat Hell. If it's the same Inferno as the other Inferno, then I'm not that positive, because then there are 2 opponents. I will try with Hell this time. Maybe it's a different Inferno than what you can see there, so I'm a bit cautious. I'm still yet to see some of the units. It's fine. Same units as before. Maybe Grey is not bad instead of Holden, I don't. Well, actually Holden is built better. And it's not the same Doki Doki fight as the dungeon, the usual one. So this means that we're better off, we may be able to do the Nightmare as well, especially with this amazing team. Although they have Messiah on the right. And it takes a while, unfortunately. We need to focus on one of the units. I'm not seeing an imminent danger in any of the units, so if Messiah hasn't managed to deplete our energy, then we may as well just target one of them. Okay. These may even be like 10 minutes long fights at times, especially on Nightmare. Maybe we chose the perfect difficulty level. We're gonna heal, so we'll just need to survive Messiah. Yeah, and the fast forwarding is you. And it may be a useful thing to do this, so also the level up and the extra keys. So one key definitely, it paid off, and then multiple keys as well. 300 Hydra Crystal, but you get some fragments in exchange. At least one fragment. So 300 Hydra Crystals in exchange for one fragment means we're gonna get 4% of the perfect lattice. And 300, it's doable. And worst case you get something else as well. Good. So we just got 4 units left. Maybe we'll get rid of Dorothy the healer. I mean, she's healing. Preferably quickly. Yeah, it's done. And now the unit with the lowest health. This is never easy to know the order. But usually the algorithm goes with lowest health first. And you see it has been going on for minutes and minutes and minutes. And now we just have these 2 units left. And we're surviving. In fact, we're surviving quite easily. The unfortunate reality is though that, you know, like 3 keying plus doing a boss takes about 40 minutes. And you do this for a week. So this is when the event is going a bit south. Or maybe you choose a easier difficulty. Come on. Finally, we just have Messiah left. And then we're gonna be done. Finally. So we got the fragments, we got everything. I mean, silver, I don't mind it that much. Double S. Good. But Doki Doki is always a difficult one. Okay, we got back. And you always go back to see the guide. So legendary maze. That would be the next one. I will still buy 1 key. I think it's a borderline decision either way. But being able to damage the opponent means that you can get more of the cumulative result or cumulative rewards all the way to 500. So you might want to do it. So next, we will go the golden route now first. Offer Dream Dust, receive 1.3x return, reaching the lead. This is bad at the beginning because you just get interest. 750. So this is a 750 value room. But then we will gamble out of the 0 that we have right now. Increase 20% next room, no. 10 to 30% no way of 0. 50% chance to gain an extra 30% no. The only thing we can choose is 20% extra, unfortunately. And then we have this 5 thing. So we're gonna get 20% extra. This is kind of horrible. Okay. So we only got 1800 plus the extra that we put in stash. Let's see. A double chest. What did we get? What is this? 3600, so we got something. And 1800 extra. Okay. Triple chests. That's a safe bet. Nothing extraordinary. And then we're gonna get the boss. Next encounter is 4, but there is no next. So I don't think that in the boss stage you're gonna get a chest. No, there is no chest. There is just Sanya, Shadow Sanya. Okay, it doesn't make sense for me to go Inferno, because you need to keep these things in sync. I might try Inferno the next turn, when you have red, blue, green. Now I just do Hell. And then we'll see if it pays off, if it doesn't pay off. If we can try again, that's something I don't know yet either. We will figure it out soon. Same team as usual. And this will take a while as well. Maybe I'll add some extra sound. I took a look at what Walken had to say about the event. He had the same problems as I did, actually. So it's the drop rate is really bad, and it takes a lot of time to have like 3 rewards. He must have a better account than me. So ultimately, it takes him less time to complete. Although my Lian is built for damage quite a lot. I might be able to do Inferno, that's what I'm thinking, but not always, not against all opponents. So you see, Lian is basically perfectly built. With the exceptions of some modules and some share rerolls that I can still optimize. But it's close to perfection. I'm still missing so many units, so many lattices, so many everything. Looks like we're killing Shadow Sanya quickly. And then just the 2 minions are gonna be left. When you have a new summon, so for example here you can see Holden in the previous banner where you could select Holden, I would not worry about the duplicates that much, because first of all you will get duplicates regularly, and second you can ask your guild for duplicates. Okay, that was it. So we got the rewards. And we'll need to do another dungeon like this for the rewards. Yeah, that's done. We're moving forward. Getting back to the main room again. So right hand side is complete. We cannot challenge it anymore. I can challenge one of these, like either Hellkit or even better, this middle one, Lilith. So I get another 6th one. And you see, this is the second difficulty. So first, Lindell is the second one. That was the first one before. And then you'll decide on the third difficulty, whether you take it, whether you don't take it. And then there is gonna be the boss at the end. So I'll start gold this time. We have 5,000 in the bag already. What are we gonna do? Take it all away and get an extra return. So it seems like that we need to start with the purple one. Okay, this is good because it gives us a fixed amount. That's really good. Whatever the amount is. And then 50-50, so this means that I'll just ready leave. So I don't want to increase variance. Purple again. So now I got 10,000 plus some in the bag. What are you gonna suggest? Yeah, this is horrible. I mean, I don't want to gamble. That's the thing. 50-50 chance, expected value same. Why increase variance? Doesn't make any sense. Still go here. At 3,000, fine. Getting closer. So 13,000 already. 5th room. Sooner or later you'll see all encounters. This is an easy fight. I'm doing these 3 keys to make sure that I complete all the missions. Maybe I need to do 3 more keys to complete the mission to earn all the rewards. Takes a while. Yeah, that's gonna be easy. So Nightmare Imp, whatever. But these usually take a while. And this difficulty level. Now the next difficulty level, I don't know. It's actually a countdown, so you can defeat multiple of the units. And then you earn accordingly. This is once again, if you enjoy it, that's amazing. But if you have multiple games like this to play, after a while it may become a bit too much. Still 25 seconds. We will most likely kill the third one. And then comes the final encounter. So we're finishing this. 1 second and done. Amazing, we got 1950, it wasn't too generous. I think it's 650 per unit. And then we go ahead. And go to the final boss, Lilith. And we got also the extra reward. Now after Hell there is Inferno and there is Abyss. So Abyss has been unlocked as well. I will try Inferno and then we'll see. You will see the results as well. Plus 20% challenge. That's Lilith. An Inferno mode. I'm not prepared at all, but who cares? We're going for the main rewards. The perfect lattice. So this is Lilith. We're gonna get the main damage dealers on. We got Lily, we'll get Sanya for healing because I got Sanya really well built. And then we either get Selins or Freya, but I'm gonna just stick to the 5 best build characters that I have right now. You can go like wide or deep. I chose to go a bit more deep at the expense of knowing that I will farm a longer period of time. I just wanted to see the experience, what the difference is between a wide and a deep setup. And we're gonna lose this really badly, it seems to me. So Inferno is not something that I can comfortably recommend, because this account is already it is being used for quite a while, and you see that we're not doing that well. We will most likely lose. So we were losing quite badly. And now we'll see what happens. Maybe we can retry the previous difficulty. I hope. So essentially you cannot lose anything by trying a higher difficulty level. You can try again. So you will see that this time we're gonna win, and I will cover the final boss in another video a bit later because this is already a bit too long. This battle is quite easy, quite doable. You know what you needed to know about that. You can basically do a losing battle and then just decrease the difficulties. There is nothing to lose in here. And then in the next video we're gonna see how to unlock all the rewards for the charter that is the set of missions.